Okay, so it's going to be a couple depending on how you answer. So when you say that you value sentience, are you, just to clarify, are you stating that you're not going to grant moral consideration to the fetus until they reach the point of sentience, like no rights?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. So I just want to clarify, not just for you, but for everybody watching, this is not my stance. What a reductio is you take the other person's logic and you reduce it down to an absurdity that most people probably wouldn't find intuitive. So just to explain that real quick. So just say, for example, let's say that we have a fetus and they're developing, but it's prior to their sentient state. Whenever that is, it doesn't matter. We developed this technology where we can stop their ability to ever gain sentience. However, we can still grow their body parts. So
Yeah,
now
I've
this
heard this one.
now the non-sentient baby is born. Can we use this technology to utilize the non-sentient neonates and like farm them for organ donation?
I mean, that's pretty fucking weird, but we biologically engineer organs already.
My God, bro.
Wait, let me just get this clear. You're fine with us doing that?
I mean, it's not a person. It's kind of gross to think about that, but if I'm spending just this amount of time thinking about it, then
yeah, if it seems unintuitive to hold, maybe you don't really hold this. But I also have follow-up reductios to this question
sure.
to make it even more absurd. So let's say that this whole situation I just laid out for you, we still use this technology. Would you say that it's ethical to stunt the growth of this fetus and then say use these unsentient?
Oh, you're saying that you're doing it already?
No, I'm not saying we're doing this. I'm just saying hypothetically, if we invent.
Oh no! Like in your hypothetical, you're saying that like we're stopping it we're stopping the sentience in order to make like organ slaves.
Well, right, but they never have been sentient and they never will be because the technology stops this from being able to occur. So in your world, it wouldn't be unethical to do this to them because they never have been sentient and they aren't right now and they never will be. So if sentience is something you truly value and it has to have this past conjunct, then you would say that this would be permissible if you truly held this logic.
Yeah, that kind of stops me a little bit in my place. That's a hard one for sure. I would really have to think about that.
Okay, because another reductio I was going to give you, I appreciate you being honest and transparent that you would like to think about it. That's really good that you're evaluating your stance and your thinking. That's all I want to do is give you something to think about. But also, even more absurd, and by the way, just to clarify again, I do not hold this position. It's just testing your logic. You could also, somebody could use this logic to say that you could grow these non-sentient human beings and utilize them for like SMEC stalls for predators, which is disturbing. I don't think anyone would say that is intuitive, besides Destiny, obviously.
Okay, yeah, I would be against that in general because I'm kind of against sex dolls in general.
Right, and it
like
would seem
I think
even
that's
more
just fucking
unintuitive if
gross.
it was a human, right?
Wait, but why though? They're not a person. Why would you care what's being done with them?
It's the thought behind it that freaks me out.
Why? Why should it bother you? You don't value those people though.
Right.
I value the thoughts behind it, like what they're doing.
I had one more reductio for you, and then I can hop down. You guys can take back over. This is just something to give you thought about if you're going to value someone's future experiences more or their past experiences more. So let's say that you have two people standing in front of you. Both people have a red button on the wall next to them. The first person, it's going to wipe clean all of their memories, preferences, and desires. However, they're going to have future experiences. Person two's button is going to allow the past experiences to remain, but it's going to remove all of their potential future experiences, essentially permanently putting them under like a general anesthetic. So you have to push one button, which is
okay. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sitting out in my car and the train just started going past. Can you? I'm so sorry.
No, yeah, you're good. I'll try to make it quick. You have two people standing in front of you. There's a red button next to each person. The first person, if you push this button, it's going to wipe clean all of their memories, preferences, and desires, but they will have future experiences. Person two's button will allow you to keep their past experiences, but it will remove all of their future experiences. So it's essentially putting them under a general anesthetic. And you have to push one button. Which one's the more ethical one to push?
Oh gosh, more ethical. I mean, I can think of like which button I would want somebody to push for me, which I can use as a basis.
Why would somebody push the button for you?
Like if somebody were like forced to push a button, like which button they would push for me.
You're the one that's pushing the button, not somebody else.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that I'm just trying, like, what I would want more is what I can kind of try to base this off of. For me personally, I would probably have them just stop.
You would rather them essentially unalive?
Yeah, I think the memories that I have are really important to me.
That's wild. So you'd rather never ever gain any more experiences, just essentially cease to exist on the spot?
Oh god.
Sure, but I'm not scared of ceasing to exist.
Well,
I have lived a very fulfilling, beautiful life.
Deal for you. All right, thank you for giving me some time, James. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Of course, that was great. All right, Lex,
Jesus,
I think
man.
it's time to move on. But I appreciate.
Okay, yep, I gotta get inside and study. But it was good to have this conversation. I